News just coming in. Petition has been filed before Supreme Court to allow disciples of Lord Shiva to perform religious practices on Shivalinga at Gyanvapi found during Gyanvapi survey. This is a plea that has been filed in the apex court to allow disciples of Lord Shiva to perform religious practices on Shivalinga at the Gyanvapi found during the Gyanvapi survey. Remember, by far there has been status quo in this entire matter, even as the UP court continues to hear this matter. The Supreme Court now has a new plea, Nalini, which says that those who believe and are worshippers or disciples of Lord Shiva should be allowed to perform religious practices at the Shivalinga. Has this plea been admitted in court?
Well, Sneha, it's not been admitted just as yet, but it has been filed, and what we are given to understand is that this petition has been filed on behalf of Sri Krishna Janmabhoomi Mukti Dal, that is now asking for permission to perform religious rituals at the supposed Shivling that has been found in the Gyanvapi mosque premises, as is being claimed by the Hindu side advocates. But along with that, it needs to be remembered that the arguments on the maintainability of the petitions by the Hindu devotees is still pending before the Varanasi district court, and the existence of this Shivling has not been yet ascertained by the Supreme Court in the matter that is pending before them, because the matter is likely to find its way back to the Supreme Court. So we'll have to wait and see what the decision on the first petitions will be before this petition can be taken up by the Supreme Court. So it doesn't seem likely that the Supreme Court will entertain this at this stage for allowing these devotees to perform religious practices at the Shivling. But despite that, the petition has now been filed, and we'll have to wait and see exactly how it proceeds before the Supreme Court and what happens when the matter actually comes up.
You know, previously also, Nalini, the apex court had said that this matter is not something that the apex court would be deliberating on, transferring it back to the district court, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. And the Supreme Court, if you remember, had categorically refused to comment on the aspect as to whether or not the structure that was found inside the Gyanvapi mosque was in fact a Shivling or not, because there were very strong arguments made from either side, where one side, where the Hindu parties were claiming that this is in the shape of a Shivling and should be considered to be a Shivling, but the Supreme Court at that point had refused to get into the finer aspects, saying that the issue of maintainability as to whether or not these suits were even maintainable was still pending and needed to be decided first before the court could go into the merits of the case. So it's likely that the Supreme Court is going to follow the same thought process. Even though this petition is demanding for different things from the Supreme Court, they are asking for religious rituals to be performed at the Shivling that has supposedly been found. But it seems unlikely that at this point the Supreme Court is going to allow any such request to be conducted, at least considering the petition, the contents of the petition, and the fact that the matter is still not concluded before the Varanasi district court.
Be with us, Nalini. I'm going to get in a quick word from Anisha Mathur as well. Anisha, not just one side, not just the Hindu side, but there are several other petitions before court, like the one of the All India Muslim Personal Law Board as well. So both sides essentially turning towards the Supreme Court. Like I was talking to Nalini about this as well, the court in the past has said we're not be going into the finer aspects of this case and of these pleas essentially, but we want the district court to look into this entire matter, isn't it?
Well, yes, now at the moment we'll have to wait and see, as Nalini also said, we'll have to wait and see what the Supreme Court says, because remember, the main matter of whether or not the survey was valid, whether or not what has been found in that premises is a Shivling or not, is still something that the courts have to look into. At the moment, what we have is a claim from the Hindu petitioners that a Shivling has been found. The survey report is not before the court. The court has not passed any orders to recognize or what has been found in that premises, and in fact the maintainability itself of the petitioners' claim that there should be access to that entire premises, that itself is being heard in the Varanasi court, and as we speak the hearing is about to start in the Varanasi court. So this claim in the Supreme Court also, remember, is by a third party. This is by somebody calling themselves the Krishna Janmabhoomi Mukti Dal, which is a completely third party. This is completely other people who have now come to the Supreme Court saying that because something has been found in that premises that the Hindu petitioners are claiming is a Shivling, they should be allowed to pray there, particularly as the Shravan month, which is a holy period for Shiva worship, is coming up. Now, it's as
Right,
my
Nisha.
colleague Nalini also said, it is highly unlikely that the court will pass any orders because they have very categorically said that these are issues that have to be decided by the trial court.
All right.
But since this petition has come, we'll have to wait and see what really happens. Back to you.
Nalini and Anisha, I'm thanking you for the moment, for getting us up to speed with all of those developments. That report also brings us to the end of this edition.